morning, good afternoon, good evening, EL 115 students. This is your friendly hillbilly professor, Scott Sexton. Welcome to the week 5 lecture. So, as we move forward in our trade, we're always learning new things. Uh, I wanted to point out that I have actually been reading the discussion questions and some of your answers, and some of you guys are absolutely right on point with how you're viewing moving forward in the trade and how you're seeing the trade. Uh, those of you that have actually responded, and those of you that didn't respond, I would really like to know how you feeling about this because I can't get a gauge on where you're at. So I've been doing this for 25 years now. I've done a lot of things. I've been working since I was a very young man. I had a hard life. I was in foster care when I was a kid for several years. Uh, I didn't meet my real dad until I was like 16 years old. Um, the guy that raised me was a good dude, but he was a drug dealer. It's just what he was. And I've found my way over the years to be able to get out of the cycle and try to do better. And how did I do that? By putting my nose to the grindstone and working. You know, in life, we feel inadequate a lot of times, and it's natural. Okay, and we feel apprehensive about something, and it's absolutely natural. I know a lot of you feel apprehensive about this. That word right there, that makes everybody freak out. Okay, I want you to know that in the trade, very rarely in my 25 years have I had to do any more than utilize multiplication, division, addition, and subtraction. Okay, even in your conduit bending, you there's always a behind everything that we look at, there's engineering. And engineering tells you all kinds of things about the equipment. It tells you what the durability is. It tells you all of the things that we as electricians really don't care about. Okay, we want them to do their jobs. We want to go in and wire the world and turn the lights on. We want to be able to turn that switch and make the light bulb come on. So math is an important part of getting that to happen. Okay, well, what do you mean by that? Well, as we've seen thus far, you guys have done conduit fill of multiple different types. Okay, you've done work out of your vital source book. You've done voltage drops. And multiple other different Ohm's law calculations. Okay, so these things that I've given you, utilizing the Ohm's law, utilizing voltage drop, utilizing conduit fill, and utilizing box fill are, I would say, the four most important things as a field electrician that you need to be able to do. Okay, because when you get a set of prints and it don't tell you exactly which wires need to go in the conduit and how it needs to go from point A to point B, you have to figure that out. It'll give you a set of prints and have receptacles all over the place with a number by it. It'll tell you what circuit they want it on. It'll give you a reference on how tall it is. And as far as how far above finished floor AFF. They'll give you that information. But you have to figure out how many wires you legally can get in this conduit. What is it going to take for me to get this conduit from point A to point B? And how many wires can I put in this box? And it be legal and pass inspection and be safe. And the reason, it's all about safety. Your NFPA or your code book, it's about not setting fires. That's the bottom line. That is what we're trying to do. Okay, and turn the lights on, but whenever we turn the lights on, we don't want anything to burn. That's the whole idea behind it. That's the reason we do this math. That's the reason that we put our conduit in a workmanship-like manner. That's why we put these things in to where the ampacity doesn't exceed the rating of this insulation and it causes a fire. And then that fire inside of the conduit or something causes a fire to the building and people die. That's why we do this. Okay, team, so I'd like to kind of move to a different topic just for a second. And this is not going to be a great long video today, but I wanted to hit some key points on, as a contractor and as an electrician and as just a good human being, we try to have these things. And these things I have written on the screen here, I have found if you can try to have a semblance of these things, you'll do real well in our trade. So, honorable, what does that mean? Okay, that means being true to your word. Backing up and doing exactly what you say you're going to do. Okay, if you say that I'm going to go to work for somebody, you get up that next day, you go to work for them. If you say that you're going to get something done for somebody, you absolutely follow through and get it done. That's how you keep yourself honorable. Integrity is always telling the truth, no matter what's going on. Having that integrity to know that your word is your bond is something that's a major point with me. Being responsible. Being responsible means that you take responsibility for your actions. Responsible means that someone can count on you for a project and they know that you'll get it done or you'll do your best to be able to get it done. That is a big thing that contractors are looking for. They're looking for people that they can count on. Timely. Timely, this one I'm going to give you a little Southern colloquialism. If I'm not 15 minutes early, I'm 30 minutes late. That's just the bottom line. Okay? Being early and being there and being ready can sometimes mean the difference of being employed and being not employed, or having an opportunity to go make three times your salary. I had it happen to me one time. I had a contractor we were working for. There were about 15 or 18 of us we was working. And we were working 5 days a week. And this guy was watching. And he'd look and see who showed up early. He'd see who would, he'd watch the time clock at come dinner time, or not come dinner time, but time to go home. He'd see who's already has their tools put away 30 minutes early. And he sees the ones that are working up right up till the 10 minutes put away. Well, with that being said, one morning he came in, and anybody that was there 20 minutes early, I think is what it was, and there were about 3 of us. He come over to us and picked us up. I need you 3 to come with me. Okay, sir. He said, here's what's going to happen. Because you guys are showing up early. Okay. I've got a project that I have got to get done this Saturday. I'm going to pay you triple time your wages. And guys, we were making pretty good money. And, you know, this is back in the 90s. This is probably making 25 bucks an hour in the 90s. And we went in and it was gravy work. We all got paid $75 an hour for a 10-hour day. I think we were there maybe 6. This guy took care of us. It was his way of showing that his integrity and his honorableness paid us for our responsibility and our timeliness. So these things do happen out there. Okay, you get rewarded for being that good employee. Uh, as an electrical contractor, I have to think that there are at least 90% of you that want to be out there and want to be that star employee and want to be at the top of the range and want to be able to be in leadership, because that's what we need. We need all of you to get in and do the best that you possibly can do. And listen, are you always going to be perfect? No. I make mistakes 3 times a day. But what do? When I say I made a mistake, I fix it. I call myself out. I have a bad tendency of calling myself out to my bosses. Hey guys, I made a mistake, but this is what I've done to rectify it. So, with that being said, this is week 5 lecture. Okay. I've assigned some stuff to you guys to be able to get taken care of. Do your best to be able to get it done. Use your math skills that we've used before. I'm real proud of the work you guys have done. I would appreciate it if everyone would turn their things in, but I understand it just doesn't happen sometimes. It's not hard to pass this class. Communication, attendance, and effort. Okay? Communication, attendance, and effort. You show me you're giving me an effort and you're doing the best that you can do, I will make sure that I take that in consideration. Same thing that I'm doing out on the job site. You show up with your tools, and you show up ready to work, even if you're not the best worker in the world. If you're there every day and you're trying, I always give the benefit of the doubt. Because the guys that are out there trying will eventually get it, and they will become monsters in this trade because they put the effort in and they kept moving forward. They kept doing their best. And that's all I ask out of any one of you. Do your best. That's it for today. I want everyone to have a great week. Week 6 is coming up. You almost got done with this. Math. It's a beautiful thing. These formulas that I've given you, keep them. You'll use them forever and a day. And as you move through these classes, and if you get into my classes in Dearborn and Madison Heights, you'll get more. This reference material makes an electrician. We're not required to remember everything, but we need to know where to look to be able to get it. That's the trick. Good evening.